What's up with it? Yeah, y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yes, and smash the like button as you come in the building. It's Friday, and we gonna cook. We about to cook. Y'all already know, so come in the building. When you get in the building, jump in the comment section, smash on the like button, and yeah. We gonna get it. We gonna get straight to it. My man Jay West in the building. Keith Johnson in the building. Johnny Q, Chef Sosa. What's happening with it? What it do? Wait till they send out some of my notifications, then we can get it. We can get it popping. Like I said, when you come in the building, hit the like button and jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. Yeah, my man, Sir Ambo in the building. Look a fella, what's happening with it? What it do? What it do? Yeah, like I said, it's the weekend. Shit, we got Richard Comey and Pedraza going on. Ain't no real big fights. Whole bunch of mismatch fights on ESPN. Jared Big Baby Anderson, he coming back fighting a nobody. Who else? We got Tiger Johnson fighting. Got to hear Knockout break down all the fights yesterday. A hell of a debate between, my man, Riptide Coach and Dwayne Freeman. Man, they went over there and they put on hell of a debate they put on yesterday. Caleb Drip Cook, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, so I enjoyed that debate. They didn't take a long time. They both had 10 minutes to cook, and shit, they was cooking for like 5 to 4 minutes. But it was cool. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. They got their point across, and they moved on. And the thing about it is, it ain't really too much you could cook on with Regis Prograde and Gary Antoine. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really, you can't really get too deep into that. So I like how they didn't try to extend it out and start making up shit. They just got to the point and just moved on, And like I said, it's really not that's really not two fighters that you could go dive deep in and go on and on about. Somebody like a like a Errol Spence and a Terrence Crawford, like you can go long, you could go 10 minutes on that shit. Somebody like a Adrian Broner or Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, just certain Canelo Alvarez, certain fighters like that, you can give them 10 minutes, but you ain't gonna get 10 minutes talking about Gary Antoine Russell, who only got 16 fights in Regis Prograis. So I thought that they did a great job, saying what they had to say and then moving on. Sheena, the queen, is in the building. What's happening with it? Macadon 1 in the building. What it do? Jose Chavez, what's happening with it? Yeah, that was a hell of a debate. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste no time today. If y'all want me to open up the phone lines, I'll open up the phone lines. Just let me know if y'all want to, call in, cause if ain't nobody gonna come in here today, I mean, and ain't nobody gonna call in like that, I'm not gonna open up the phone lines. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if y'all want me to open up the phone lines. I will. But like I said, shit, it ain't nobody in. It's only 35 people in here, so I mean, they ain't sending out my notifications like that. So I'm not gonna open up no phone lines if ain't nobody gonna call in. They'll keep it 100. But yeah, Mike Ryan, what's happening with it? What it do? Devin Haney, Devin Haney, I've been saying a long time ago, Devin Haney needs to tell all them people, fuck y'all and them belts. But he was able to become undisputed. He was able to, basically he had to jump through a million hoops to become undisputed, but he was able to do it. He was able to do it, and that's cool. But now he see that him becoming undisputed in their eyes, right? They still ain't treating him. They still treating him like shit. They're not treating him like they did Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez wasn't even undisputed. And you see, they haven't even put him on the Ring Magazine pound for pound list, right? They got Vasyl Lomachenko on there, but they don't have Devin Haney on there. That shit crazy. I don't know how you do that. How do you take Devin Haney off of the list? I don't even know if he was ever on the list, to tell you the truth. I don't even think Devin Haney was ever on the list. But how do you not put Devin Haney on the list? You don't have Jermell Charlo on the list, right? 2 undisputed champions. But you got Vasyl Lomachenko on the list. And I go back to, I had a debate and argument with Cono Loco, right? I said, we as fans, we got to stop paying attention to that shit, because really, that list don't mean a motherfucking thing, right? It's just a group of biased people, whoever run those shits, right? Whether it's Ring Magazine, ESPN, or whoever else, right? It's just a group of biased fucking men that sit down, you know what I'm saying? Some of them be racist. Some of them be racist as hell. They sit down and they make their list. Fuck that. We can make our own list. You know what I'm saying? We can make our own list. We don't have to go off of that shit. So, as long as we keep talking about it and bringing light to it on YouTube and making videos about it, well, yeah, they're going to keep doing it because they realize that we're paying attention to it, and we making it like, when they put out a list, that's word. You know what I'm saying? They list is that's solidified the grade of fighter that you are. Man, fuck they list. Who give a goddamn? Lord Sweat Real, what's happening with it? My man Lord to the Game Boxing Talk, Kwame East in the building. What it do? My man Corey Moore in the building. Man, I'm working on that. I'm working on that for sure. I'm definitely gonna get some of that out. It's gonna be fire when I do drop. When I do drop that shit finna be fire. Trust me. But yeah, man, Sheena says she think Haney should drop the belts and move up. Do not give any more shortcuts to Undisputed. Yeah, I mean, shit. He can do that, but you know, he already decided that he locked in for his fight with Kambosos. So, you know, I wouldn't say pull out of the Kambosos fight now, but after the Kambosos fight, hey, I feel like this, right? I feel like after the Kambosos fight, I feel like he do need to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, especially now, right? Because he feel like, how the fuck do y'all got Vasyl Lomachenko? Y'all putting him above me, right? In y'all opinion, you putting him above me. Well, I think now it's time for him to show, hey, I'm better than him. And I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to spit in everybody's face when I show y'all how bad I beat him. He can do that. He can do that. He can shut all of that shit down real fast. Go beat George Kambosos, fight Vasyl Lomachenko, and beat his ass too. And he can make them look real stupid doing that. He'll make them look hella stupid. He'll make them all eat their words. It ain't nothing sweeter than that. Ain't nothing sweeter than that. Getting a big bag and making all of them racist motherfuckers eat their words. Hey, you know, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. You know, this is your king. This is your king. Okay, cool. I'm going to beat his ass and dethrone him. Kawhi Elliott, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, you know, shit. Why not? Why not? Bob Arum want to make the fight happen. Make it happen. Beat his ass. Now, if you don't beat his ass, well, it's going to make everything that they said, is going to solidify everything that they've been doing and saying, right? Keeping you off the pound for pound list. But if you believe in yourself and you believe you can beat his ass, go beat his ass and make them look stupid. That's all I'm saying. That's easy. Easy work. It ain't complicated because they want to get it done over there anyway. Shayna says they did that so they could try to rob Haney versus Loma if the fight is close. Loma wants those belts before he retires. Okay, Shayna. Well, why would the fight be close? You know what I'm saying? Don't let them rob you. Beat them clearly. You can't go in the situation before you ever even get in the situation thinking like, oh man, if I fight this guy, they gonna rob me. You can't do that. You got to have the utmost confidence that, hey, I'm gonna beat his ass to where they can't rob me. I'm gonna beat his ass so bad that they can't rob me. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about when I fight Vasyl Lomachenko, they gonna try to rob me. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm gonna go in there and beat his ass. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know? Now, do robberies take place in boxing? Yeah. Like I said, I personally watched Andre Dirrell. I personally myself watched Andre Dirrell go over to the UK, fight Carl Froch, and win 10 rounds to 2. He won 10 rounds to 2, and they robbed him. But at the end of the day, when we look back at that fight, we look at that fight as one of the biggest robberies. If you saw that fight, don't nobody give credit to Carl Frost for beating Andre Durrell. Anybody that watched that fight know that Carl Frost got his ass beat. So, I mean, it happens in boxing. That shit can happen in any fight in boxing on any given Saturday. Real talk. So you can't, Sheena, you can't worry about that. You can't worry about, you know, the refs cheating and the judges and all that, because that shit happens in boxing. It is what it is. Bon Quiqui, what's happening with it? Abdul Anwar, what's happening with it? TD Sims, what it do? You know, but that fight, them saying them like the possibility of them robbing him and all that ain't no excuse for not taking that fight. He got to take that fight. This is a fight he been wanting, beat his ass, and like I said, make all of them motherfuckers look stupid. Make all of them look stupid. Because he could have got robbed against George Kambosos, right? He could have got robbed against George Kambosos, but you know what he did, Sheena? He went out there and beat his motherfucking ass to where they couldn't rob him. And if they did rob him, it would have been consequences behind it, right? We wasn't going to stand for that. Brian Francis says, Mikael Fox was one of the worst ones I've seen recently. Yeah. Go back to look at Chavez versus Pernell Whitaker. Chavez won 2 rounds in that whole fight, if that. And they scored it a draw. So that shit been happening. This shit didn't just start with Devin Haney. That shit been happening. Dundada, what's happening with it? You said Jermell Charlo is on it, but where is Jermell Charlo on that list then? I ain't even look at that list. I'm just going off of what I hear other people making videos about and saying. That's it. You know why? Because I don't go to a pound for pound list ever to see who's on the pound for pound list. I don't. So if other YouTube channels don't talk about that shit, I would never know who's on the pound for pound list, because I don't need ESPN or Ring Magazine or whoever else it may be to tell me who's my pound for pound. Fuck them. I don't need them. I'm watching boxing and I'm watching fights just like they do. I don't need them to tell me who's on the pound for pound list and who's not on the pound for pound list. Keith Johnson say Charlo should be number 1. I think Charlo should definitely be in the top 5. I don't know about number 1. Like I said, man, I don't even really like doing pound for pound lists, because the definition of pound for pound has changed. Like, they try to change that shit all the time. People change the definition of pound for pound. You got some people who go by, you know, your resume, what fighters you done fought. And you got some people to go by just your complete skills. You know, can you, if you were lightweight and can you take those skills, right, to any weight class and beat the best fighter at that weight class, or the best fighters in that weight class? That's what it's really supposed to be. With your skill set, can your skill set match up and beat any fighter in any weight class with just your skill set, your ring IQ, and all of that alone? That's what pound for pound is supposed to be, because they know that, you know, and heavyweights are not supposed to be in the pound for pound list. Sheena says, why give Lomo a chance at undisputed after all ducking Lomo did? Forget. No, it's not a forget Lomo, Sheena, because Devin Haney said that he wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. He said he wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko and he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. That's why you fight Lomachenko, because he said it. It ain't no changing it now and going back now. No, you're a man and you stick to what you said. He said he wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis. So that's what I expect him to do, if possible. I don't know about Gervonta Tank Davis because you can't make Tank get in the ring. That's why I say if possible. So we know that Vasyl Lomachenko want that fight. We know that Al Heyman, not Al Heyman, Bob Arum want that fight. Fight him. And it ain't no such thing as ducking if Vasyl Lomachenko is now older and people saying that he's not the same fighter that he used to be. And Devin Haney is young and nearing his prime. It should be it is definitely going to be an easier fight, win, lose, or draw now for Devin Haney than it would have been 3 years ago. Devin Haney wasn't even on that level 3 years ago. He was still learning. Now Devin Haney is a much better fighter than he was 3 years ago. What's the problem? And yeah, VO Majesty, Lomachenko is a great name to have under your resume. A great name to have on your resume. And on top of that, he can go and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to show you why Teofimo Lopez was ducking me. I'm going to show y'all why Teofimo Lopez was ducking me. You feel me? I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to go beat motherfucking, I'm going to go beat Vasyl Lomachenko, and I'm going to do it in much more devastating and greater fashion than Teofimo Lopez was able to do. You know what? Teofimo Lopez had a close fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, and the man didn't fight for 6 rounds. I'm going to show Teofimo Lopez how you dominate him. How you dominate him. Round by round. Like I said, if you could do it. He's older now. How old is Vasyl Lomachenko? Like 35? He older now. You only 24 years old. He's out of his prime. You still getting better. You near your prime. What's the problem? It shouldn't be a problem. I want to see it. You know? And I'm telling y'all, Devin Haney is not guaranteed to beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Am I picking Devin Haney? Yeah, I'm going to pick him. I'm picking Devin Haney. Am I rocking with Devin Haney? Yeah. But will it surprise me if Devin Haney doesn't beat Vasyl Lomachenko? And I'm not talking about no robbery or none of that. I'm just saying flat out, it's a great fight, but Lomachenko wins the fight. Will that surprise me? Nah, that's not going to surprise me. I never seen nobody dominate and just whoop Vasyl Lomachenko. Yeah, he got 2 L's on his record, but ain't nobody dominated him. And yeah, so that's what it is, you know. I want to see the fight. Vasyl Lomachenko saying he wants to fight. We know that Bob Arum wants to fight. Make it happen, you know. Make it happen. I'm looking forward to see the progression I'm looking forward to seeing the progression that Devin Haney has against George Kambosos. You know, like I said, Devin Haney is continuing to get better and better. Every time he steps in the ring, you can see improvement. And I'm looking to see more improvement when he fights George Kambosos. Yeah, you know. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash on the like button so they can get these notifications sent out, you know. Um, and I'll put the call in line up. If y'all want to call in, feel free to call in. If not, hey. But hit the like button for me. Smash on the like button. There's the call-in number. So, like I said, if y'all want to call in, you know, and cook on anything, y'all more than free to call in. More than welcome to call in. But yeah, so that's how I feel about that situation, you know. Haney, he did the right thing by saying, you know, fuck your belt. I don't know if you got to pay a sanctioning fee for the Ring Magazine belt. Like, to me, that belt is just more as a trophy anyway, right? That shit just like a trophy anyway. But I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, he should have said, fuck y'all belt. You know, I don't need this funky ass belt. And I don't need to be on your pound for pound list because the real boxing fans know what it is. Basquet says Loma will bring a style what Devin's never faced. That's intriguing. It's a good fight. It's a hell of a fight. I'm not trying to hear, you know what I'm saying, whoever knocking the fight. I ain't trying to hear that shit. It's a hell of a fight. As a boxing fan, that's a fight that we should want to see as a boxing fan. Why not? You know, a lot of people don't like Lomachenko because he gets special treatment. He gets special treatment. So if you don't like him because of all the special treatment, how they treat him, right? What's better than seeing him get his ass whooped? What's better than seeing him get his ass whooped if you don't like him? Yes, sir. So yeah, the phone lines is open. So if you want to call in, feel free to call in. So yeah, I want to see that fight. Like I said, Devin Haney, he still never faced nobody near the level of a Vasyl Lomachenko. And he beat somebody like Lomachenko. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be able to say shit about Devin Haney no more. When Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, that's what solidified Teofimo Lopez. That's what made people that didn't believe in Teofimo Lopez, it made them believe in Teofimo Lopez. Cause I was one that really, I was like, man, ain't no way this motherfucker finna beat Vasyl Lomachenko. But he made me believe in him. That's how I know that Teofimo Lopez, he a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he had a hiccup, but he can fight. Now, he do got some flaws. I don't know how 140 is going, you know what I'm saying? At 135, yeah, he could fight his ass off. But at 140, I don't know how he going to do at 140. I don't know how he going to do at 140 because it's some dogs at 140, and he don't have the size advantage at 140. Teofimo Lopez is a small 140 pounder, a small 140 pounder. Dundada says, does beating Kambosos solidify? Well, I mean, to me it does because he was the undisputed champion, right? Kambosos was undefeated, and he beat the man that beat the man, right? So yeah, to me it does, but it doesn't look like it's solidifying him in the eyes of a lot of fans. They still like, well, we still don't believe in Devin Haney because we didn't never believe that George Kambosos was that good anyway. That's what a lot of fans is, you know, that's how a lot of fans feel about this. Well, yeah, that's a cool win, but we never believed that George Kambosos was that good anyway. to me, is how he beat him. He beat the man with just a jab, angles and jab. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it lets me know that he knows how to win, right? He knows how to win. He knew he wasn't going to be able to go over to, what was it, Australia, and give the fans a show, right? In order to give the fans a show, you got to, let me answer this. 215, what's happening with it?
What up, Steve? It's Kwame. It's love to the game.
What's happening with it, Kwame? Can y'all hear him? Give me the thumb. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear him.
Can you hear me? I can hear you perfectly.
Can y'all hear him? Let me. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if you can hear him. Okay, go ahead. What's happening, Kwame?
Yeah, man. Salute to you, fam. I agree 100% with all this, everything you're saying. It is disrespectful with these boxing pundits how they pick and choose who to put on these lists, and I understand it's an opinion, but there needs to be some type of criteria for the pound for pound list, and it is disrespectful if you have an undefeated fighter not making the pound for pound list, especially if he's the guy who beat the man who beat the man, and in the fashion he did it. It was a complete whitewash in that fight. I don't even think Kambosos, if you accumulate seconds and minutes, I don't even think Kambosos won 1.5 minutes of the entire fight. So, that's why it's good to have, outlets like yours and other outlets on the internet that aren't biased and don't have an old media agenda. And I agree with, the whole thing with Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney. I mean, it's not a guaranteed win for Devin Haney. It's not. But that's what makes boxing a great sport, because good style. I think very good style matchup. I would favor Devin Haney, but the question is, if he doesn't have the pop to keep Lomachenko off of him, then the question remains, how does he deal with that? We know Teofimo Lopez had the pop to keep Lomachenko off, but once Lomachenko realized that he wasn't going to get seriously hurt if he pressed him, it was a very entertaining fight, and it made the fight a lot closer than it was when he wasn't throwing. So I don't think going into a fight with Devin Haney, Lomachenko is going to be, as cautious and as gun-shy as he was with Teofimo Lopez. But on the flip side of that, Lomachenko, he's not as good of a 135-pound fighter, in my opinion, as he was as a 130-pounder. And Devin Haney was I believe, is possibly the best pure boxer he would face. So it's a great matchup, and I think all Devin Haney really did dropping that belt was just not having to pay sanction fees because ain't nobody beat him. Ain't no one took the belt from him. So I think these lists are kind of appalling, to be quite honest. But that's just my opinion. To not have a Jamel Charlo on there who essentially cleaned out a very deep stacked division, and beat every single knockout at that, which is very tough to do. I just think that, we can't pay attention to these boxing pundits because it's very clear that they have an agenda, and it's definitely not an agenda that is a fair one to fighters. I don't know if they're trying to do like the inclusion thing or whatever, but I just don't think their agenda is 100% neutral and honest to the sport.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can see that. We can definitely see that. It's not. But like I said, what's the best way to get revenge if you Devin Haney?
Keep winning.
Go out there and beat Vasyl Lomachenko ass.
Right. just keep winning, you know. And yeah, I've seen this too, with and I'm not really trying to go into a whole race thing or anything, but it just seems like on the pound for pound list, they try to have some affirmative action spots for non-black fighters on there. Like I saw ESPN or someone a couple months ago put a pound for pound list out that had Triple G at number 10. And I'm like, Triple G hasn't even been active or fought anybody to even be on the pound for pound list. You got all these, these young champions. For the last couple decades, long as I've known, for the most part, Black American fighters have normally dominated the sport of boxing. And then you normally have a couple of UK superstars or something to that effect. But, we should be judging these fighters and rating them based off of, number one, the level of competition that they fought and their accomplishments, and how they've won their fights. If they're close, if there's huge margins and differences in talent. Me personally, that's how I would judge, pound for pound fighters.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is different people got different criteria of what pound for pound is and all of that. That shit is all of opinion. It's all an opinion. So when we pay so much attention to, oh my God, such and such pound for pound, man, fuck all that. I never go look at a pound for pound list. Never.
Yeah.
I only hear about that shit from other people.
Yeah. I don't seek them out either because they all have agendas. And also, I noticed for who they want to keep on the list, they'll keep, and the people that they don't want to keep on the list, they'll just move around. And I feel like pound for pound, just like anything else, should be a what have you done for me lately kind of thing, not just having someone on there because 5 years ago or 6 years ago, you felt like this guy was the hottest thing smoking. And then after they take losses, then it's like, well, you know what? We're still going to keep that person on there. But, all these other fighters who are accomplishing different things or, winning fights, winning more championships, getting you're still sitting around and not giving them their just due. Lomachenko had a good fight against Richard Comey. But, I mean, Richard Comey was stopped by P4P Lopez before. I think Lomachenko would have been the favorite against Comey before he got stopped by Lopez. So I haven't seen anything from Lomachenko for him at this particular, point to be, that high in the pound for pound list, or even to be on the pound for pound list after he lost. He lost. And he's not only lost once, he's lost twice. And if pound for pound means like how your skill set carries from one weight class to the next weight class, well, the truth of the matter is he technically hasn't been half the fighter. He has been at 130, at 135. So I think that kind of alleviates or eliminates him to actually even being on a pound for pound list. He's lost in both weight classes, and it's evident that his skill set, he could beat decent fighters at 135, but I feel he had a problem against, his first fight was the first time he got knocked out in the fight against Linares. Then he took a life and death fight with a Pedraza, at 135. So, I got respect for Lomachenko. I still think it'll be a great fight, but, people have to earn a pound for pound ranking because it's the best of the best. And, once you lose, you need to start all over and earn your way back. And to this point, I haven't seen Lomachenko do that. I think he's only, correct me if I'm wrong, Keon, he's only had one fight since his loss to P4P Lopez, right, with Comey?
No, he had two fights. He fought Nakatani and he fought Richard Comey. Yeah, he had two fights.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
I said he had two fights. He fought Nakatani and he fought Richard Comey. Yo. I don't know what happened. But yeah, Vasyl Lomachenko, he had 2 fights. He fought Nakatani and he fought Richard Coleman. And so hold on. Yo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so yeah, I don't know what happened. I can hear them. But I looked at the feed. You said Nakatani and Coleman 2 fights.
Yeah, he said, he had Nakatani and Richard Coleman.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's a good start. I don't think that's not the top. When we talk top 10 fighters in the entire sport, I don't see how. I mean, you would have to put the undisputed champion, Haney. I feel like you would have to even put Tank Davis in there. He hasn't lost, and he's knocked everyone out. I'm just talking about for that weight class in general. I don't see where there's even room for Lomachenko at this point, where you got undefeated fighters in the weight class and guys who continue to win and do it in impressive fashion, and this guy's taking a loss. And it's not horrible to take a loss in boxing, but and I think that's interesting too. Yeah, it looks like for certain fighters, it's not such a big deal to take a loss like a Lomachenko. He lost 2 times, but the other fighters they take a loss, it's like it's such a big deal. And that's the problem with boxing to me. It's like it's just not a fair sport in the way that they analyze and they judge. There's bias for certain fighters, and there's agendas for certain fighters, for certain promoters, and the media carries it out because they want to get access to fighters and stuff like that. And again, that's why platforms like yours and Blue Blood and Knockout, DS, I mean, all the guys, Phil Boxer, all the guys who are independent and give non-biased opinions, that's what's important. And most people are going to think, a lot of people may think it's biased because it's not, what their opinion is. But from what I see, I listen to people who don't have an agenda. It's all right to have fighters that you favor, but that doesn't make you biased in your opinion. If you could, if you could keep it real and call it down the middle. And I see that on this show all the time.
Yeah, man. That's that's me. That's what I do. But hey, boxing fans is gonna be biased. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We know we ain't gonna change that. But yeah, man. I appreciate you calling in, Kwame.
Always, man. Appreciate what you're doing for the sport, man, and for everyone with the channels, man. So salute you, Keith.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. So like I said, at the end of the day, Devin Haney's best revenge is to fight Vasyl Lomachenko and beat his motherfucking ass. That's it. And show them. Let me answer this. Caller, what's happening? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Key, what's going on, big dog? This is the #1 Key Summer header of all time.
What's happening with it, Kyle? What's happening, Kyle?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good? Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what happened with him. Shit, I can hear him fine. Y'all give me a second. Hold on. Y'all give me one quick second. Okay. My bad, y'all. I was having some problems. With this computer. Like I said, when my house burnt down, my computer got real messed up, and now it's been giving me a lot of problems. I'm trying not to have to buy another one. I'm gonna have to go check it out and get it fixed because this is an expensive laptop. It's a real expensive laptop, so shit. I mean, but yeah, we back on. We back on. Yeah. We back on. We back in effect, you know.
Power off.
And
Power
let me get the phone lines. Let me get the phone lines popping back again. So we can get on this Deontay Wilder situation. Let me see. Yeah, Sheena, we back in effect. So y'all hit the like button if y'all came in the building and you ain't smashed the like button. Make sure that y'all smash on the like button. And yeah, so it was my computer that was messing up. So, you know, if you want to call in, let me put the phone lines back up. If you want to call in. That's the phone line. I see a whole bunch of people left the building, but you know, we still in here. OTB boxing class, what's happening with it? Boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman, what it do? What's happening? Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, you know, like I said, that whole situation, I'm glad that Devin Haney, you know, told them, fuck y'all belt. Fuck y'all and y'all belt. I don't need it. Because he don't. He don't need that fucking trophy belt. G5, what's happening with it? What it do? And Dwayne Freeman, like I was talking about you and Coach earlier, man, y'all put on the hell of a debate. Man, I enjoy watching that. And like I said, you can't really get too deep into Regis Prograis and Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell only got 16 fights. Regis Prograis, you know, he ain't fought a lot of cats himself, so like it ain't really a lot of backstory to neither one of those fighters. But y'all did it very well, you know. Y'all said what y'all had to say and got the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And got to the next subject. I like that. Because y'all didn't try to carry it out and make up, you know, shit when it's not a lot of backstory with those two fighters. Like with somebody like Canelo, you can go 10 minutes. Somebody like Adrian Broner, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, you know, those fighters, you can go 10 minutes. But, you know, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all realized, like, it ain't no need to go 10 minutes on these two fighters. Then you just gonna drag on and, you know, yeah, so it was a great debate. A great debate. So, yeah. Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's happening with it? He said he's still in the building. Yeah. But let's talk about Wilder. Let's talk about Wilder a little bit, you know, because now Eddie Hearn, he's coming now. And he tried to, it's crazy because Wilder said that Eddie Hearn and his people, right, was trying to make a deal for a Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight before Joshua even fought Usyk. In the midst of him having to train and fight Usyk, Eddie Hearn was already thinking of a backup plan if Anthony Joshua lost to Usyk. In that backup plan was Wilder, that same dude from Alabama that didn't have the 50 mil that you said, the same dude from Alabama that y'all said nobody knows. You see how tables turn? You see how shit come full circle in tables turn. That's crazy as hell. Tables fucking turn. Now you want Deontay Wilder to come save your fighter, right? Because y'all pretty much figured that he was going to lose to Usyk. If you look at the interviews that Eddie Hearn was doing leading up to the Usyk fight, you could tell he wasn't confident at all that Anthony Joshua was going to beat Usyk. He felt deep down inside that Anthony Joshua was going to lose to Usyk. He felt that shit deep down inside. So he wanted a backup plan to, okay, if he loses to Usyk, if we can get Deontay Wilder, we can still get Anthony Joshua a mega payday, because people still want to see the Deontay Wilder fight. But if I'm Wilder, I say, fuck you. Fuck you. When I wanted to fight, y'all tried to play me. When I wanted to fight, you tried to play me. You tried to act like I was a nobody, right? You went and offered Joseph Parker. What did he offer Joseph Parker? Like a 30% split? You offered Joseph Parker a 30% split, and you tried to offer me a 10% split, right? First, you tried to offer me a small ass flat fee. I couldn't get no back end money, no pay-per-view. You wanted me to take a small ass flat fee for a fight that they was projected to do over 100 million, right? At that point in time, they was projected Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua to do over 100 mil. And he was trying to get that man Deontay Wilder 10 million. 10 mil, flat fee. When he just had offered Joseph Parker 30%. Then when Wilder said, nah, fuck that. Nah. Then you came back and you said, okay, well, we'll give you a percentage of everything. We only gonna give you like 10 to 12%. $10 to 12%. You kept fucking with him. But then when Wilder called you bluff, remember, Wilder was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to call that bluff. I'll take it. Make the fight happen, I'll take it. Then all of a sudden, oh, well, you know what? The offer's not on the table no more. We got to go fight Dillian White. We got to go fight Dillian White. The offer ain't on the table no more. So all of a sudden, when I call you bluff, and I say, you know what? I'll take a bullshit ass fee. All of a sudden, the offer ain't on the table no more. And you say that you got to go fight Dillian White. The funny thing about that, the last time I checked, Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, they still ain't fought a second fight. So what happened to the Anthony Joshua and Dillian White fight, the second fight? Shit, I must have been in a coma during that time, because I don't remember it ever happened. So was I in a coma? Did they fight already and I just don't know about it? Look, I'm saying, you did this to this man for 7 months straight, right? They got tired of your bullshit and they said, you know what? We'll send y'all an offer. We'll give you $50 million up front. Anthony Joshua has never made to this day $50 million, period, in a fight. When everybody was running around saying that, oh man, Anthony Joshua, he gonna make $80 million versus Andrew Ruiz. You know what Anthony Joshua came back and said? He said $80 million. He laughed and said, I wish I could even get a third of that. I'm not getting nowhere. He said that. I'm not getting nowhere near 80 million. I don't know where these rumors are coming from. He said that out of his own mouth, right? So Anthony Joshua, to this day, he still hasn't made $50 million in no fight. That's a fact. But Wilder, Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, they was going to pay him up front, 50 mil up front. They told him, we'll wire it to you right now. Let's get these negotiations going on. Let's get the negotiation going on. And let's get it popping. Oh, you think we're supposed to believe some man from Alabama has $50 million? No, but you're supposed to believe that Al Heyman, the same man that had, you know what I'm saying, all the money in the world for Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, the same man that puts the biggest fights on in boxing. Yeah. Deontay Wilder ain't call that man up and say, you know what? I have $50 million in my bank account and I'm going to send it to you. See, that's what Eddie Hearn tried to make his ignorant ass fans believe. Oh, how are we going to believe that Wilder have the funds? You know what the fuck it was. And see, you tried to play that man like he was some big, dumb country nigger because you didn't want to step in the ring with him. You kept moving the goalposts, and moving the goalposts because y'all didn't want to step in the ring with him and take that risk. Y'all wanted to fight the Joseph Parkers and the goddamn Kubrat Pulevs and all them motherfuckers. But you ain't want to fight Wilder. But now, right? Now that Anthony Joshua, he done took 3 L's. Now you want to beg Deontay Wilder to come rescue him and give him another big payday so you can get paid, Eddie Hearn? See, that's what it's about. It ain't about Anthony Joshua. It ain't about Eddie Hearn trying to look out for Anthony Joshua. Eddie Hearn want to look out for his pockets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn wants to look out for his pockets. And he wants Deontay Wilder to come rescue today because he knows that same man that he says nobody knows this man from Alabama. That same man, he knows is the voice of the heavyweight division, right? Nobody talks about the heavyweight division until Deontay Wilder comes back. Tyson Fury had a fight and nobody was talking about his fight all the way up until like 2 days before the fight. Yeah. But when Wilder's around, the heavyweight division is popping. When Wilder around, the heavyweight division is popping. And he want Wilder to come save him, help him out, and help Anthony Joshua out. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, you know what I say? Fuck you and fuck Anthony Joshua. Both of y'all can suck my dick. I ain't coming to save you. Fuck y'all. Now, if you want to fight me, I'm going to play y'all like y'all tried to play me. If you want to fight me, okay. I'm the A side. I'm going to give you a flat fee. You know what? I'm the A side. I want to give you the same flat fee that you offered me. I'm the A side. Y'all take the same flat fee that you tried to offer me. Nope, we ain't taking that. Okay, well, take the 12% that you tried to offer me. Yeah, we can fight. So take the 12% and I'll get the rest. Other than that, fuck you and suck my dick. Straight up and down. That's what I'll say if I was Deontay Wilder. That's exactly what I'll tell him. How you expect this man to come save y'all when y'all played him like that? You think he forgot? Hell no. Do you, if Matthew, I never seen you comment in my chat ever. I never seen you come in here and comment, right? So you saying Bomb Squad is a joke? He must be on your motherfucking mind because you ain't never came in here and commented any other time. You know why you in here? Because Deontay Wilder is on the title of this live. That's why you in here. So think before you open up your motherfucking mouth and speak. You know what I'm saying? You can't try to play a man and spit in his face and then turn around and want that man to give you a hand, pick you up when you down. Fuck you. Nah, Manny. With the history and how Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn tried to play Deontay Wilder, no, it don't make sense. Nah. They basically told him, fuck you and fuck what you want. So now it's his turn to tell them, fuck you and fuck what you want. Unless you gonna take pennies on the dollar, you know what I'm saying? Don't come talking to me. Straight up and down. Now, the phone lines are open. If you want to call in, if you want to, cook on the situation, if you have a different opinion, you can call in. But yeah, that's just what it is. And, y'all hit the like button. If you came in the bit and Knockout, what's happening with it? I see you. Yeah, Knockout. Now when they down and out, they want his name. Right. Caller, what's happening with it? Where you calling from?
I'm from Cincinnati. This OTB, bro.
Oh, what's happening with it, OTB?
Man, what up, big bro? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm good. I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm good, bro. Just finished the show, man. You definitely cooking on the Deontay Wilder shit. I had to listen to you go in. I say, we can keep talking this shit, man.
Yeah, man. How you feel about this situation, OTB?
Man, I think that I just had to sit back and think, like, man, that speaks volumes of how Eddie Hearn move his athlete or move his prospect. You feel me? If this your cash cow, and he done been holding you down the whole time, you understand? Now, don't get me wrong, Canelo did his numbers. That was the face. But Anthony Joshua was yours. That was your guy. You understand? And he just came out of a loss in which he lost it literally in the ring after he lost. And you already want to put him in there with arguably the biggest puncher ever at the heavyweight division, with somebody who got the most title defenses in the heavyweight division ever. Like, you understand? I just don't get it. So I just thought in my head, like, man, that speaks volumes. You understand? You still thinking about a payday when this man mentally just lost it after his last loss. First time he was defeated by the same person twice. You understand? And every other time that he lost, when he lost to Andy Ruiz, he was able to come back and win. When he got knocked down by Klitschko, he still was able to get up and win that fight. So, you understand? That's really all I had on it, man. It just spoke volumes for about Eddie Hearn. I mean, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. And it's like, it's like, and you said some shit, right? And like I said, he's not worried about AJ. He worried about his pockets. That's the whole thing. He worried about. Yeah, he's worried about his pockets. He don't give a fuck about AJ going in there. You know what I'm saying? Mine ain't right. He already, you know what I'm saying? His mind was already fucked up, afraid to get hit, knowing his chin is weak. Now you're going to put him in there against Deontay Wilder, right? Knowing he probably going to get his ass knocked out, but you worried about yourself getting one more big payday out of AJ. That's what he worried about.
And that's what it was about. And now you tell him that. I don't know how AJ even, like, man, can you imagine his mental state once he fight a Deontay Wilder? who fighting where he trying to prove something to the world, prove something to himself. You understand? As far as this sport is concerned, he still have things to accomplish. He coming back hungry, and you want to put your fighter in there who just mentally lost it in front of the whole world.
Yeah, man, that shit. But like I said, it don't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all, bro. That shit don't surprise me at all. Because you can see Eddie Hearn, right? And the reason that Eddie Hearn did not let Anthony Joshua take that Deontay Wilder fight back then, you know why? It's because he felt that if Anthony Joshua took an L like that at that point in time, that was going to take money out of his pockets, the promoter's pocket. That's why it didn't happen. I really, honestly, I don't think that Anthony Joshua was the reason the fight didn't happen. It was Eddie Hearn. He got to go and ask his goddamn daddy. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's why when Wilder talked about, I called this man, and me and this man had a personal one-on-one conversation. And I told this man, look, man, my people got the money. We willing to pay you the 50 mil up front. Like, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen for the people. This is the biggest fight in boxing. That fight was huge. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder at that point in time was way bigger than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is right now. Way bigger. They was projecting that fight to do over 100 million. And you got to go run back to Eddie Hearn. Yeah, he ran back to Eddie Hearn because he knew he could make shit happen without Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn and Eddie Hearn daddy said, no. We ain't fighting this nigga from Alabama. No. I don't understand how people tend to forget how when Wilder called a bluff, they pretended that, oh no, we got to fight our mandatory. Dillian White came up. Now we got to fight Dillian White. And then no Dillian White fight ever happened. People forget about all of that shit.
Glad.
You know what I'm saying? How people was on YouTube channels was talking about that shit, bro. They was talking about that shit every day for 7 months straight.
Yeah, we wanted that fight. I ain't gonna hold. We wanted that fight.
Right.
Because we knew what Champ was gonna do to him. And you got to remember, at the time, they thought that after AJ beat Klitschko, they put his pedestal, goddamn it, 20 feet higher. Like shit, I remember watching how they talked about AJ.
Right.
They talked about AJ like AJ was damn near unbeatable.
Yeah, they thought that Anthony Joshua was unbeatable. They thought nobody could fuck with him. He was wrecking shit. They thought he gonna run through everybody.
Facts.
And so, you know, like I said, man, I didn't forget that. I didn't forget all that shit. You know, a lot of these Eddie Hearn motherfucking dick riders, they like to tend to forget about what happened or try to change history. You can't change history with me. I know what was going down.
Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit. I'm gonna open back up the phone line.
Yes, sir.
It'll take too much time, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cooking, brother. You already know how we rap.
Appreciate you calling, OTB. Yeah.
Always, brother.
Already. Yeah. Yeah, so I am Dave says, let's chill out, guys. According to Wilder, he said, let me answer this. Caller, what's happening with it? State your name, where you calling from.
This is Love of Boxing and More.
What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Rip Ty. Hey, coach, man, hell of a debate last night, man. Hell of a debate.
Appreciate it, bro. You rolling through tonight?
I'm not gonna be able to get on the panel because we're gonna be doing stuff with the kids, but I'm gonna have it on for sure.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Man, Eddie Hearn is the worst promoter in history, boy. In history. Just like you just finished telling OTB about all the shit that motherfucker AJ got a fucking slave mentality, bro. That's his problem. You understand? He got a slave mentality. And not only that, you look at they thought they was cherry picking Andrew Ruiz, right? And he got beat. It brought his stock down. Now, Eddie Hearn it's shown that he's a terrible promoter. He took his best welterweight and stuck him in there and let him fight a middleweight. And he's doing the same thing with Conor Benn. He's putting him in there with bigger guys. Now, Conor Benn has a bright future, right? He got a bright future. He's a good little fighter, bro. No question about it. But you're going to stick him in there with a bigger name, and the same type of shit can happen. He can ruin this kid. And they're allowing him to do it. But I blame AJ ass for allowing Eddie Hearn to fuck his career up and do the shit that he's doing with it. Now he's using Deontay Wilder, right? He don't care, just like you say, he don't care about nothing but his pocket. Now you're using Deontay Wilder's name to try to get AJ another big payday or get yourself another big payday. Everybody see the play, bro. Everybody see. So he passed up $50 million guaranteed. It would have been the biggest fight in history. And you fucked it off because you wasn't gonna get involved with it. You talk about, well, I'll fight Deontay Wilder for $50 million tomorrow. Okay. They pulled up that fucking money, put it in escrow. They put the shit in escrow, showed him there the money is. It's right there. All you got to do is sign a contract, and you're going to get back in money. Let's make it happen. And Eddie Hearn fucking scratched that fucking deal, but I blame AJ for that shit. You allowed that shit to happen. He should have took that fucking fight, and even if he would have lost, he'd have been fucking sitting pretty. You know what I'm saying? So I blame AJ for allowing this shit to happen. This man had a fucking breakdown. We know how weak-minded he is. He don't have no dog in him. We already know that. So it is what it is, bro. I blame Eddie Hearn, but I also blame AJ for this behavior, bro.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn is money hungry. Look what he did to Kell Brook when Kell Brook was the top. Like, to me, at that point in time, Kell Brook was the top welterweight because all them other dudes besides Errol Spence was scared to fight him. They was all scared to fight him.
You fucked that kid's career. You fucked his career up by doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You put him in there and got this fucking boy eye orbital broke because there's weight fucking classes for a reason. And you're gonna do the same shit with Conor Benn, fucking with a bigger man. You never know what can happen in that fight. Because believe it or not, Chris Eubank is fucking crack. When he sit down, he can crack, bro. So, you know, if they don't see that he's the worst fucking promoter in history and they keep letting him bend him over and fuck him, well, that's on them, bro. That's how I feel about it.
I think he a good promoter because he do promote the fuck out of his fighters, right? But I think that the way that he lets his greed, right? He lets his greed get in the way. That's his problem. He let his greed get in the way. And, you know,
yeah, you right.
That's what it is with Eddie Hearn. But, you know, hey, fuck him. If I'm Wilder, I'll say, man, fuck him. Suck my dick. You take the same deal. Y'all take the same deal y'all was offering me. Or it ain't no motherfucking fight. And I see Ben talking about Wilder fighting a sparring partner. He need AJ. Wilder don't need no motherfucking AJ. AJ need him now. Wilder can knock out Helenius, and Wilder could get a fight with especially if Usyk can fuck around and beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury gonna retire regardless. Win, lose, or draw, Tyson Fury's gonna retire after the Usyk fight. Wilder right there. Who you think gonna be right there to get them to grab at least one of the titles? Wilder. Yeah, AJ ain't got no title.
I don't see Usyk beating. I don't.
Nah, I don't see Usyk beating Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury gonna retire regardless. You feel what I'm saying, Coach?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he gonna retire, bro. No question about that shit. He gonna be done. The fucking names is in the history books. He gonna be undisputed, bro. Ain't nothing you can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just think that AJ needs to fucking quit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think AJ needs to fucking ride off into the sunset with his money and get the fucking, and do something else. Because boxing is not for him, bro. He don't have a nuts for it, bro. He don't have that dog in him. He don't have no fucking Ronnie Lyle or fucking George Foreman. He don't have that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not good for that shit, bro.
I don't think that. Okay, Coach. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, bro. Yeah.
I don't think that Anthony Joshua should retire because I think there's a lot of fighters out there he still can beat. He showed that he can improve, right? He showed that he made a lot of improvement on this last fight. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, it's your boy Knockout. What up, P?
What's happening with it, Knockout?
Oh, man, chilling, bro, man. Love the show, love to call in and shit, man. I had to call in one time. I got some of the same opinions, bro, a little bit different. So everything y'all saying about Eddie Hearn being horrible at matchmaking and basically trying to sell Anthony Joshua for money, I agree with all of that shit, bro. But the only part that I think, I might have a little bit different opinion, bro, I think Deontay Wilder needs to fight Anthony Joshua, bro, if that fight's available to him. You know what I'm saying? I understand what Anthony Joshua did to him, and how that whole negotiations went, and that was some bullshit. But it's the same thing with what Devin had to go through with Loma, with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford or any situation, but just because, shit fell through and it was on Eddie Hearn and they did this and did that to Deontay Wilder, bro. If Wilder is back and he's trying to be champion again, if AJ is gonna keep fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like for the sport of boxing and to continue to call this shit a sport, they still two of the best heavyweights, and I want to see them fight, bro. I want to see them fight straight up and down. Like I ain't gonna hold you. And Deontay Wilder, no matter what he accomplished, it's the same argument for Earl and Bud, like that they need each other. It's the same argument that I'm making. Like no matter what Deontay Wilder accomplished, if he somehow get a 4 fight with Fury and knock his ass out, or Fury vacate the belts and he become champion again, if Anthony Joshua somehow become champion again, no matter what each of them accomplish without each other, their legacy and their pockets not gonna be as fat as they were if they fight each other. Like Deontay Wilder's fighting on pay-per-view with Helene. He's fighting probably on pay-per-view for the rest of his career while he's still relatively in his prime, though. But he's not going to be, his legacy won't be as great unless he fights Anthony Joshua and vice versa. They need to clean that shit up. And while it's a stupid move on the part of Eddie Hearn, and while it's dumb, and he, you know what I'm saying, probably shouldn't put Joshua in that position with his lack of confidence, with his fucking lack of heart, and how he broke down mentally against Usyk. And then just the chin, like the chin issues he's been showing in his career recently. Like, it's a bad move by Eddie Hearn. But as a fight fan, I don't give a damn, bro. They supposed to be two of the top heavyweights. All that shit about what happened here and what happened there be damn. I want to see that ass fight, bro. I want to see that ass fight, and I think Deontay Wilder should go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua if that fight presents itself, bro.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, Knockout. This is how I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
I don't mind seeing the fight, right? But the thing is that, yeah, we could fight, but you're going to take the same deal that you was offering me, because it comes down to being a man, you know what I'm saying? And it's the principle. It's the principle. You're not going to spit on me and treat me like you treated me and then come back, right, when you need something from me and think I'm going to just fucking get down on bending knees and do it for you. No. Yeah, we can fight. We can fight. But if you want to fight, I'm going to be the A side, right? And you're going to take the same deal that you offered me. Now, what we can do is we could have a rematch clause. And if you beat me, you know what I'm saying? If you beat me, then you can become the A side again, right? But I'm not going to forget how you did me. I'm not going to forget how you did me, because at the end of the day, I have generational wealth 10 times over. Like Wilder said, I don't need to ever box again in my life. today in 2022, it ain't the same as 2017 or 2018. Fuck you. I don't need that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, will it be cool if we can fight? Yeah. But I'm not finna let you make your biggest payday in your life off of me. I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna dig you up out of the grave and rescue you after me and you as men. We talked. We had an agreement. And you went back on your motherfucking word and ran to your daddy. Fuck you. That's how I feel about the situation.
Now that I agree with. It should be on Wilder terms, not only because of how AJ did him, but he became a bigger star. Like them losses to Fury, like they sold more. Anthony Joshua's numbers ain't reported, and guess what? Deontay Wilder, he didn't have to go all the way to Abu Dhabi or wherever the fuck it was to get his bag. His bag is right here in America because he's selling like that over here. So I agree. It should be a Showtime pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder should be the A side because he lost to who was considered to be the better heavyweight, and their numbers are actually reported. Until
right.
DAZN can actually report what Anthony Joshua's numbers are, I agree with everything that you're saying. But just as a fight fan, I do want to see the fight. And if Deontay Wilder is taking a hard stance of, I'm the A side, this is how shit got to be, and that shit is proven, like, I ain't got no issue with that. I just don't agree that he just shouldn't entertain a fight with him at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should just be like, nah, fuck AJ. You did me wrong. I ain't fighting your ass at all. No. You fight him. If it got to be on your terms, it got to be on your terms. Because AJ is the one that needs the shit. Because he down bad right now. And if they willing to get his ass knocked out, then shit, make the motherfucking fight. Because we all know what's going to happen the moment Wilder touch that chin. But I agree with you. It should be on Wilder terms because he's proven to be the biggest star. And again, until somebody can show me what AJ's numbers really are on DAZN, I ain't rocking with that shit. So they should have to do some reporting. They should have to be able to show Deontay Wilder why they asked for what they asked for. And Deontay Wilder should get as much money as possible. But they should fight each other, bro. But that's all I got. I think we agree on everything. I just had to call in to my brother's show because shit, you got it cracking up in this thing. So I had to call in and see what the homie was talking about today.
I appreciate you, Knockout. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Already, but I let the next caller go in. I'm gonna hop back in the chat, homie.
All right. Yes, sir. And Dundada, you talking about bringing up A side is already a roadblock, bro. If I'm wild, I don't give a fuck about a roadblock. I'm telling y'all what it is. So if you want to make the fight, we can make the fight happen. I don't give a motherfucker about no goddamn roadblock because when I really wanted to fight, when the fans was really screaming for the fight, you didn't want it. Today is a different day and time than it was in 2017. Straight up and down like that. It's a different day and time. AJ is not a top 5 heavyweight boxer. You know what I'm saying? And I like Anthony Joshua, Corey Moore, but Anthony Joshua is not a top 5 heavyweight boxer. Andrew Ruiz showed that he's better than AJ if Andrew Ruiz is on top of his game. Let's not forget that Andy Ruiz came into that fight almost 300 pounds. Motherfucker was flabby and out of shape. He was eating pizza in the locker room. He wouldn't train, right? So Andy Ruiz showed in the first fight that if he's on his A game, he's better than Anthony Joshua. Then you got Deontay Wilder. Then you got Tyson Fury. Then you got Usyk. You got Big Baby Miller put his dick in the dirt. It's a lot of fight. It's plenty of fighters out there that'll beat Anthony Joshua. Now that dude, the Big Bang, that motherfucking Chinese power, he will beat the dog shit out of Anthony Joshua. You know why? Because he got a granite chin, he got steel plate in his big ass head, and he hit harder than a motherfucker. If he hit Anthony Joshua, when he hits Anthony Joshua is going to sleep, and he ain't waking up until next year. So Anthony Joshua is not a top 5 heavyweight. He just ain't. You know what I'm saying? If I can name right off the rip more than 5 heavyweights that could beat Anthony Joshua, that means he ain't the top 5 heavyweight. He not. Now, as far as namesake and, you know, the money he generate, yeah. But not in that ring, he's not. And like I said, I like Anthony Joshua. I'm not an Anthony Joshua hater. I don't like how he did with Wilder, but I like Anthony Joshua as a fighter. Philip McCardo said, who is my top 5 heavyweights? My top 5? In no particular order. Tyson Fury, Wilder, I'm gonna throw the Zhang in there, the Big Bang, the Chinese power. I'm gonna throw him in there. Philip Hargrove, he would be. Philip Hergovich would be in there, but I can't put Philip Hergovich in there for the simple fact is that he showed me that he'll quit. He will quit and he don't got no heart. He got some skills, but he'll quit and he don't got no heart. I think that big baby Jared Anderson, even though he's still young, I think his skill set, big baby Jared Anderson, I got to throw him in there. You got to throw, what's his name? The one that beat Daniel Dubois. The one that beat Daniel Dubois, what's his name? Joe Joyce. You got to put Joe Joyce in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's 5 right there. I think I gave you 5 off the rip. I think King Kong Luis Ortiz, I know he would have beat AJ if he had fought AJ even 3 years ago. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I have to see how King Kong Luis Ortiz does against Andrew Ruiz, right? But if 3-4 years ago, oh yeah, King Kong would have beat the fuck out of AJ, and that's why AJ ducked him. So yeah, Anthony Joshua to me ain't a top 5 heavyweight at all. Yeah. Salute to H-Town. For sure. Now, can Luis Ortiz beat AJ now? I don't know. Because the reason I say that is because I don't know if AJ hit him with one of the motherfucking big ass uppercuts and and straight rights. I don't know if Luis Ortiz can stand up from that shit. Because, Luis Ortiz, he showed that, he don't have the same chin and the same recovery that he used to. Of course, he older now. He in his 40s now. Of course, he going to slow down. And yeah, OTB, Luis Ortiz, he didn't look all that great his last fight. Charles Martin is trash to me. Charles Martin to me, nah. He ain't trash, but he not no top heavyweight. I never thought that Charles Martin was that guy. Like I never did. You know what I'm saying? I never thought Charles Martin was that dude. But yeah, anyway, y'all smash on the like button. I said, I came on late today. I'm not finna, I'm about to wrap it up. Not gonna be on here too long today. We already been an hour and a half. Like I said, I was late today, so we gonna wrap it up. But next week, we got football season coming up. I'm gonna start talking football too. I'm definitely gonna start talking football. And me and Money Brown, we putting something together to start talking football. So one day a week, we're going to be talking football over here. So if you like football, hey, we're going to be cooking on football too. But yeah, y'all hit the like button. I appreciate everybody that came through the building, and y'all already know how I do. About to get up out of here, but there you go talking that boxing again. And yeah, we gone.